Christmas is all about. I can tell you what Christmas is all about.
Chestnut roasting, Jack Frost nipping at your nose. So I'm offering this simple phrase.
Alright, today's vlogmas is going to be me sharing with you some holiday reads that I recommend this time of year. So a couple of them I touched on last year, but I did add, I think, 2 new ones. Kicking it off is The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss. I really like Jenny's writing. I did a whole review on this book, so if you want to watch that, I'll link it up in the cards, and it's also on my channel. It was for Vlogmas of last year, and just to keep it short and sweet because I don't want to overdo it, I really covered it in the review, so if you want to hear more about it, definitely check that video out. It's about Kate. She bakes for her friend's bakery on the side and then also does like other stuff in the city, and she comes back to like her little village town, lives in a house, and decides to do the 12 dates of Christmas, and she goes on a different date, and each chapter is like a different date, and then sometimes it will follow up on it and like what it was like and what she thought. And it's a slow burn love story and it's super cute, so I definitely recommend it. Decided to buy another Jenny book this year, and this one's Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. The 12 Dates of Christmas is still at Barnes & Noble. I just happened to thrift this one. I think it's a relatively recent, I think only a couple years old in terms of being released. I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard mixed reviews already, but I think this is a newer release as well. And it's about Eleanor Noel, Nori for short, and she's quite content running her secondhand bookshop in London. That line got me, and I was like, I need to get this book. Forever torn between her working class upbringing and her classmates' extravagant lifestyles at the posh private school she attended on scholarship, Nori has finally figured out how to keep both at equal distance. So when 2 of her oldest friends invited their whole gang to spend the time leading up to their wedding together at the castle near their old school, Nori must prepare herself for an emotionally complicated few days. The reunion brings back fond memories, but also requires Nori to dodge an ill-advised former fling. When she falls quite literally into the arms of Isaac, the castle's head gardener, who has nothing but contempt for the snobby prep school kids, the attraction between them is undeniable. And as Nori spends more time with Isaac during the wedding festivities, she finds herself falling hard for the boy she used to consider an enemy. Nori and Isaac explore their common ground, but pressures mount on all sides, and Nori must decide what kind of life she wants to live and what sort of love is worth the risk. Super cute, and I can't wait to read this one. I don't know if I'll get to it before Christmas, considering it's literally this week and I'm still reading Harry Potter, but it is definitely on my list. I mean, Minnesota, we have winter until like March basically, so I have lots of time to get that one in. I so excitedly found this. I don't even know if that's like a right sentence at this point. So this one I was really excited to find, and it's A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, and this is actually a lot shorter of a read than I anticipated. Let's just take a moment for the cover art. Guess where I found this? If you said the thrift store, shockingly no. I found it at a little free library, and I was so stoked. It's from an old library. Still has like the protections on it, and this is what it looks like. Illustrations in here, and they're colored. I can't indicate like what year this was released, but it is such a cool copy. And this one was on my list last year. It's Skipping Christmas by John Grisham, and his books I find all the time at little free libraries, but I never pick them up. As you can tell, this is the movie Christmas with the Cranks. I didn't know that this movie was a book originally, so I think that this will be a fun one to read. It is a little bit shorter. Well, yeah, it's under 300 pages, so that's not too bad at all. And I think this would be a fun one to read. I like Christmas with the Cranks. I think it's such a sweet movie, and of course there's some great stars in it. Taking a chance to read the book and then rewatch the movie, that's like one of my favorite things to do. So those are some of the holiday reads that I plan on reading this year, or ones that I have already read, which is just the one 12 Dates of Christmas. Again, I'll link that review up below, up top if you do want to watch that. Thank you guys so much for watching Vlogmas Day 8, and stay tuned for the rest of my Vlogmas series. I have a few more left, and crazy enough, like literally we just have the rest of this week, and then the 12 days. I almost said 12 dates. The 12 days of Vlogmas are going to be over. So I'll see you in my next video, and until then, shine bright. Bye!
Although it's been said many times, many ways,